I feel like I've been away for a very long time, but it's just been about a week and some. My name is Lisa Dublin. I am a health and life coach, and I help professional, executive, and A type women to live, to speak, and to lead with confidence because that's what you were meant to do, and that's what you're supposed to be doing, okay? So, welcome to my channel. Welcome to Basement Chronicles Live, okay? I was just talking to a friend this afternoon. I hope she joins me on today, and I was like, wait a minute, I've been doing this since 2020. Can you imagine this? Basement Chronicles launched as a vlog in 2020. Okay, you guys remember that? You can go back on the channel Basement Chronicles, or you can go on Lisa M. Dublin, and you can see like the first offerings of what I'm doing now. And it's been such a pleasure. And I'm like, okay, let's continue to do the good that we do. Do let me know if you can hear me okay. Please say hi. I know I've been away for a bit, but sometimes you kind of need to take a break. And here's the thing, you guys. I'm pretty introverted. Can you imagine? Hey, Elsa, how are you doing? No, I'm pretty introverted. Introverted doesn't mean that you don't like talking, because clearly I do. Introverted means that you draw your energy from being quiet. So every so often, after having been out there, which I love, and interacting with people and all of that, hey, hi, how you doing? Hello. After all of these things, I usually have to withdraw and kind of regenerate energy and good feelings and all of that, and then come back out again. And here's the thing, do you know a lot of media people out there like I am, a lot of people are actually pretty introverted as well. I got a new client this week, and he is in the media. And to my surprise, or maybe not surprise, he was saying to me, like, he is introverted and he's out there doing his shows, going on the road, all of these great things. But then he says to me, I draw my energy from quiet. So like he's secluded where he lives and he loves it. And I totally got him. So that's what introverted doesn't mean, that you don't like people, you don't like talking, whatever. It means that it's the way you regenerate your energy. It's where you get your energy from. That is how. So some people, like, I have one of my brothers is even more introverted than I am. The other one loves to be out there, gets energy from touching base with everybody and being everywhere, that kind of thing. That could never be me. I've got to be quiet. And so, talking of being quiet, my topic for today, I'm sorry I didn't put it in the title. I want to talk about what's going out in my podcast today. And it's this: you are the asset. Lisa, what on earth are you talking about? You always have something talking about. Let's go. So, if you're just joining me, welcome wherever you're listening to my folks in St. Lucia, in the Caribbean, in Canada, in the UK, in the United States, wherever you're watching me from. Welcome to my show. I won't be very long before you today. Yes, Elsa, it's good to be here. So I'm also checking my IG. You can go follow me, by the way. I'm also on IG, so it would be nice to connect there. If you want to, let me see if I can get my IG up, and yeah, follow me on. Oh my goodness, where is it? Okay, there we go. I'm on IG at Lisa M Dublin. I'm at Lisa M Dublin everywhere. Okay. So just go follow me everywhere. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please share it. Okay. I'd really appreciate if you take the time. If you're watching this, just go share it. That's, that 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 helps. That literally helps. Okay. So I want to talk today about you being the asset. And I always love to start, I guess it's the lessons that I learn in life that I bring to this show, to Basement Chronicles Live. To kind of, I think, maybe help my listeners along, to kind of process what I myself am going through and what I have experienced. So last week was mind blowing for me. Um, you all know I love to write. You see my posts on everywhere. They're long. I'm trying to take them down a little bit, right? And then it's been in the back of my mind to restart Basement Chronicles, and perhaps this time to do it as a podcast. And so I was writing this long post just the other day, and I was like, you know what? this can be the script for a podcast. I can literally put this into a podcast. And so I did. And I'd been researching how to do it before, went through the entire process. So I published the first offering of my podcast. So if you're on Apple, on iTunes, please go subscribe to Basement Chronicles, the podcast. Yes, we're there. Okay. And I'm going to launch like in September officially. So what I'm doing right now is what I'm going to be talking about today. So eliciting feedback and going through that brutal process of accepting what people say and going off and making it better, because the next episode of the podcast is coming out today, and I can tell you that it is already different from what the first offering was, and that is because of the feedback that I got. How do you respond to feedback? Rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 5. 1 being I hate the person who gives me feedback, I want to kill them, do not tell me anything. And 5 is like, yeah, bring it on. I know I'm not perfect and it's okay. I have nothing missing, nothing broken, so I can take it anyway, and that's who I am. Tell me where you are quickly. Are you on a scale of 1 to 5? Are you that person who's open to feedback, which is a 5? Or are you that person who doesn't solicit it, does not want it, doesn't in any way go out looking for it because you're too scared to open yourself up to any kind of scrutiny and criticism or feedback, whatever, good, bad, whatever. You don't want to hear. You just don't want to hear. Or you just simply want to hear what's good. Like you're not building your muscle that way. Like you don't just need the sycophants around you, people who say everything that you do is good, because they're lying, because there's always room for improvement. And you know that. Okay. So here's what happened. I run a program for professional and executive women called Speak with Confidence, where I teach you to speak with confidence and authenticity. Okay, very important. We've been very successful. So Sophia says that you are, let me see, once upon a time 3, now a 4. Sophia, I wonder what's accounting for that shift up. Is it that you've gotten more mature? Is it that you've gotten more confident? Why are you now able to get more feedback? That's very interesting. I love, thank you for responding. Okay, you guys. So, right. So, in my group Speak with Confidence, once my students graduate from the 6-week program, I move them into the master group. And this group is turning out to be such a heavyweight, such a master group of networking for people who usually come in as professionals, but by the time, the whole experience of gaining confidence in the program and in other spaces in their lives, these people are able to move from just being professional to finding executive positions because they now know that they can. Okay? Because you're not going to leave Speak with Confidence without knowing that you have this talent, that you're able to do big things and you have the right to do it. That's all the work that we do in Speak with Confidence. Another iteration of the program is coming up in September, I believe. So watch out for that. But it changes lives. And so I have my master group of Speak with Confidence. Sometimes we continue to do continuous development in there. Yes, Elsa says 3. Sometimes you internalize it too much. It also depends on who is offering the feedback. Elsa, great point. And Elsa is a graduate of Speak with Confidence, so she knows what she's talking about. And I'm going to talk about that too, where the feedback is coming from, because I got both negative, I got both constructive and maybe a little personal feedback as well. Like people who said stuff like, okay, you can see they just wanted to like take a jab at me. Like you have to know, right? But I think with everything, there's wisdom. And you always look at it like, how can this get me better? Even from the negative that people say. So I experienced both of them last week. So you guys are really just spot on in terms of we need to know who it's coming from and that kind of thing. So Sophia, I'll come to your comment in a little while. Let me just finish this story. Anywho, this group of people who over the last 2 or 3 years in their various cohorts, we've had 6 cohorts of Speak with Confidence, and they're all in there. So they are accustomed, their eyes have been open to what it means to speak with confidence. The same things that I taught and they now practice as a way of life, because speaking with confidence and learning how to speak honestly, it really is like learning to ride a bike. after you pass through the program and you learn the basics of speaking and how it can also be an art, your eyes are open. It's like you don't forget how to ride a bike. I don't think you do, right? Like I haven't ridden a bike in a while, but I do think if I get on a bike now, I can still ride. Speaking with learning to speak well and to learn the basics and the nuts and bolts and delivery and all of that, then your eyes are open. So I have people who are eyes wide open in the Speak with Confidence group. And I put my podcast in there after I had done published. I took it and I put it in the group and I was like, I want some feedback. Thank you. You guys, floodgates opened. Oh my goodness. And you know what? The most insightful feedback came from the people who knew me the best, if that makes any sense. The people, some of a lot of the women in there, I also coach one on one. Okay. And so we have interaction, we have relationship. They know what I'm about and how far I can go. They know the nuts and bolts of speaking. And they let me have it in terms of this is good, you need to do that better. This is not working. This is you guys. What I was especially proud of that, I was proud of two things. I was very proud that these professional speakers could now, just recognize what was iffy, what needed to change, and to do it by pointing to proof, pointing to examples, giving illustrations, speaking confidently, giving critique, and giving feedback in a confident manner. It showed that they had learned, they knew what they were talking about. Here's the other thing that I was also proud of, if I may, and I may, yes, I am. Right? I was also proud of the way that I took the feedback. Number one, for a teacher to go and post her stuff in there and say open to feedback, that was brave. Number one. Okay, I did it. You know why I did it? Because I know that the way to move from potential to execution and to have something that's great and beyond you is to open it out to feedback, is to be able to say, hey, I've produced something. I think it's okay. I want it to be better. What do you think and how can you help me? That is huge. And I love to think in, I guess, like images, analogies, stories, pictures, that kind of thing. Did you guys see Creed? Creed 3? Okay. I haven't seen Creed 1 or Creed 2. Okay. I probably should. But I watched Creed 3 and it reminded me of a long time ago. I watched, like, everybody watched Rambo at some point, right? Remember? Is it Rambo? Yeah, it's that movie. No, Rocky, the Rocky series, not Rambo. It's the same guy. It's the Rocky series where, this guy is always in the arena and he's being coached, literally coached. And because I had recently watched Creed 3, the way that I took that feedback from my Speak with Confidence group was like this. I saw myself as this person who is the asset, an asset with potential. I saw myself in that arena of life, and the event was the podcast. And all of these critics who were my students, all of them were just on the sidelines, on the ropes, recognizing that I had something there and wanting to make it better for the most part. That was all good. It was all good. You know what? It's what I think about it that matters, not what it is. So it was all good. Every single comment helped me. And I put every single comment into practice for that second offering, which is still not perfect, still a lot to do, but it's going out. Basement Chronicles episode number 2 is coming out today. Okay. And I saw that feedback, like, these people recognize there's something there. I'm a going concern. I have potential. I'm an asset, which is why they are as excited standing on the ropes and saying, hey, don't do this. Don't do that. Hey, watch out for that. Hey, this is what you used to do back in the day. Bring it back. And because of that attitude, I believe that because I received the feedback so positively, I was able to, I was not deflated. I was not disappointed. In fact, you guys, I was literally energized while the feedback was coming in, because in my mind I am in that arena of the podcast, and my onlookers are all in this with me, helping me to get better. And for me, in my head, I'm going to put the second episode back in there. Get more feedback, make it better, because you know what, the end result is not just, oh my gosh, I want to look good. The end result is to produce a podcast of such quality and such value that you will know it came from somewhere deep, and you will know that the kinds of minds and the kinds of contributions that went into it have made it worth its while. So, what about you? How do you receive feedback? And let me tell you something. Do you know some of my most valuable feedback has also come from people that I don't particularly care for? Has that ever happened to you? Sometimes there have been times where perhaps you have a little beef, a little tiff with somebody here and there, and they might say something in a most scathing way. But what helps is, let's say it's at work, it happens, okay? And you might be tempted to just simply discard the criticism and the feedback because of how it comes. Can I encourage you to look at if there's any merit in what that person is saying? Will it make your product better, your work better? And you don't have to go and tell them, oh, person I hate. Oh, person I hate. You are right. Okay? None of that. No, in your quiet time, face yourself. I've had to do that many a time before you just clap back at the person. Like, who do you think you are? Face yourself and see whether that feedback that you've just gotten, if even it was in a scornful way or do you need to throw out the baby with the bathwater? Can you separate out the person who gave it from what the person said? Because there might be some truth in there. I've always found when I am able to do that separation of person from product, when I'm able to do that, I am better for it. My work is better for it. My mind is better for it, because I'm going to be all about becoming a better person and giving a better offering, whatever it is. So you are the asset. When you look at yourself as an asset, you're able to take feedback from anybody, from your students, from your kids, from people you don't like. You're able to take feedback. So Sophia says that that's what I mean by you're the asset. If you're an asset, well, here's what I wrote: you protect the asset, you nurture the asset, and one way that you grow that asset is also to be able to take feedback. Let's go to Sophia's comment right there. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm sorry I can't see your comments on. Let me see if I can just log in to Facebook, because I'm going through a third party. I'm not always able to see all the comments one time. I apologize. I'll go back in and have a chat, especially in my To All the Girls Success Club. Hey, Diamonds, how you doing? I know it's been a minute, but I am still here. Okay, I'm still here. Okay, so Sophia says that she was a 3 and now she's a 4. And the reason that she has moved up the scale of being able to accept feedback is because she recognizes that positive feedback is a powerful tool for growth. Oh, talking about that, here's the other thing that I needed to say. What I appreciated a lot, even in giving feedback, there's this sandwich thing that they talk about. So you say what's good, you say what needs to improve, and then you end it with, encouragement or even more of what is working. And if you're saying to yourself, there's never, like, everything is bad about it, that cannot be true. No, that's not. Look a little deeper. It's like saying everything about somebody is bad. No, that's not true. That's not even humanly possible. We're all made up of good and bad, and it's somebody who takes the time to look beyond the negative can also see the positive. It takes an even bigger person to grudgingly even admit that person is has good things and bad things about them, but that's everybody, so that's supposed to be like normal. But here's the thing: in my Speak with Confidence group, they didn't just point out the bad. It was like, okay, you know you're good at this. I'm not seeing it right now. Okay, that was one kind of criticism I got. No, you're usually like this. This has worked for you for the last how many years? You need to go back to doing that. And even with the newer graduates who had not known me for very long, still there was that element, and I was very encouraged by the positive feedback. I was very encouraged, and that helped me to stay in that arena and accept the criticism. I was very encouraged to hear them say, "This is working." I love to hear that. Keep that, whatever that spoke to me. Okay, but for you to get better, that was what my I inserted into every comment. For me to get better, this is what I need to do. So I hope that helped. You are the asset, you guys. You are an asset. Protect the asset. And many times we're going to continue talking about this topic about protecting the asset that you are. And it starts with protecting your mind and protecting your heart and protecting every part of you, because an asset is something valuable. An asset also is something that can be put to other uses. So if you are able to see yourself as that person in yourself, this person God made, that's you are the asset. So treat yourself like that and go out and solicit feedback. Don't shy away from it, because you could be just simply there spinning top, okay, and not making any headway. Whereas what feedback does is to 10x your results and 10x your growth, because it takes you very quickly past your obstacles that are not working in the first place and takes you to a place of excellence. So look out for my podcast. If you're on iTunes, on Apple, please go subscribe. You'll see Basement Chronicles, the podcast. Oh, you guys, it took a lot, like even putting that little bit together, but I'm getting the hang of it, getting the equipment. Well, I had the equipment, I had everything. Sometimes you have everything that you need, and you just simply need to start. That last part I didn't plan to say, so that means it was meant for somebody. Sometimes you have everything you need, and all you need to simply do is to begin. If that's you, go and start. Like, get off this podcast, get off Basement Chronicles Live right now, because I'm ending anyway, and go begin what you have to do, because you have everything that you need. And of course, you'll solicit feedback and all of that. So watch out for that second episode. And yeah, let's have a good time. Okay, so that was that comment. Thank you guys. And I'll see you same time, 12 noon. Okay. Notice my dog is sleeping, so there's no dog in the background today. But I'll see you tomorrow, same time, right here on Basement Chronicles Live. I'm Lisa Dublin. See ya. Bye bye.